Okay, every beekeeper at some point in time is going to be asked to remove bees from a structure or capture a swarm. And a lot of people ask me, well, what do I bring with me? And I'm going to show you what I bring, and I keep it laying around just in case we get a call, we're ready to go. I keep a spare smoker with enough fuel in a bag. This is not near enough, but I would keep a big garbage bag, enough to last me a few hours if I needed it to. I keep my personal protective equipment on hand at all times. A queen clip attached to my pocket here. Basically, I would get a bucket that you would use for tools. They're easy to keep track of on a job site. It's a great way to carry your tools around. In that bucket, I would get an extra queen clip. Those things have a habit of getting broken. A backup set of your beekeeping tools, which, if nothing else, when you lose your beekeeping tools, you'll know that there's a backup set in here. I keep a pry bar for getting inside plywood and stuff like that. A hammer with a claw on it. I carry a big knife to basically cut the comb from the structure. I keep a utility knife to kind of size down the comb to fit into the frames. Standard caulk gun. Never know when you need a caulk gun. Rubber bands to attach the comb to the frames. We always carry a little lemongrass oil with us. Bees love lemongrass oil, so it's a pretty good thing to keep around and a bottle in your pocket all the time. We also keep a bottle of Honey Bee Gone, basically almond oil and some other stuff. It's a smell that the bees really can't stand, and once we take bees from, say, a water meter or something, I'll spray a little bit in there, and it kind of keeps the bees from going back in there temporarily. It won't last forever, but it'll drive them out of a structure. You can put it on a honey super to get them out of a honey super or something like that. Make sure you got a lighter. I know it sounds simple, or a torch or whatever you guys use. Don't go to a job site and forget your lighter. It's happened to me plenty of times. So I always keep a spare or two in the bucket. Ratchet straps to secure your boxes for transport of the bees. Always got to have some duct tape and some screen to secure the front entrances. There you have a tool bucket. You can throw your gloves in there. You're ready to go. Also, pick up some more buckets at local box store, I guess Lowe's, something like that. Make sure you get some food grade buckets. A lot of removals like this, these guys have been in there for a long time. These girls, I should say, they've been in there for a long time, and they might have quite a bit of honey in there. So be prepared to extract some honey out of there and put it in the buckets. Share with the homeowner. Bring it home, make some mead, do whatever you want with it. Make sure you got some buckets though, with some lids. Nothing worse than getting onto a job site, getting a bucket full of honey, and then having it full of bees. As far as putting the bees in something, we bring with us just a standard setup with empty frames, rubber bands in there. We basically put the comb in here, any brood comb that we can find. We'll strap it into these empty frames, put it in the center of this box, hopefully put the queen in her clip in this box, and the bees will start drawing wax into these frames and create a new colony. Well, they are a colony, but they will move into this box, create a colony in here. We also always keep a nuke box with us, pretty much all the time in the car. Just if you have drawn frames, that's cool. These look like they've been scraped off. Getting ready for next year. But you never know, if you're on a cutout and you find they're ready to swarm, you can make a split right there and actually wind up with a couple different colonies off of one removal job. But I always bring at least this stuff to retrieve the average. Sometimes it gets bigger, sometimes there's really small. And then I also bring with me my bee vac setup, which I'll cover in another video. But this is also important. I did my first few removals without a bee vac, and it definitely helps to have a bee vac. So I'll cover this homemade bee vac. What I did is really cheap and easy. I'll cover that in a new video. Thanks for watching.